Saints, Freaks and Geeks, The Big Bang Theory, and kind of sensing a theme here. We needed to reach unbalanced, more male than female, late 20s, early 30s or so. This is right in their wheelhouse in terms of cult humor. And we hired a couple of improv actors from Hollywood to be Doug's voice and to be Doug's handler at Ford. And I'm going to share with you a couple of videos that give you a sense as to just how off-brand Doug is. And I'll explain to you why we took that approach as we wrap up.
Who wants to be live?
All right.
Here we go.
Welcome to the 2012 Ford Focus.
The open road.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful young lady.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you guys an
I'm
item?
this guy.
Yeah.
So, you notice it's a pretty smooth ride, right?
It is.
Yeah.
As I am a smooth operator, right, Martin?
Easy done.
So, I mean, where do you see this going? Do you think this is like a long-term thing, or is this just for fun?
It's pretty new, but it's going well. I'm pretty happy right now.
Oh.
There you go. She's pretty
You
happy.
can always be happy there.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just not talk about our relationship?
I'm trying to talk about our relationship.
What? What are you talking about?
Well,
Our relationship between the two of you?
yeah.
Okay, just leave that part alone. Okay. Can you do that?
So it's just, I should just assume it's understood. That we're having.
Well, we're doing a lot of assuming. A lot of assuming.
Can't
Too
turn on
much.
the park itself.
Yeah, why don't you park your mouth?
Whoa.
The brakes are so good on this car.
Yeah, right? Handles really well. Handles really well. Let's talk more about that.
Let's talk about handling. You get me?
See, there you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Topic.
I think you're being very disrespectful.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Whatever.
I wish I had a little glove. I would slap your face with it and we would duel in the field of honor.
Let's have it.
I have to say I've never had two guys I've ever met.
Okay, that's not something.
It's a bit of a turn on. A bit of a turn
I
on.
mean, it's just kind of cool.
Would you shut up?
You're good at it.
What?
You're making a bad situation worse.
You're right.
All right. Hey!
I don't think say that.
I'm- We are at Fort Focus.
You said
I'm
that.
gonna go get something to eat.
That's probably a good idea.
Thank you for the ride.
All right.
Oh, hey, thank you. Thank you. Ford
Welcome.
Focus 2012.
Lovely to ride with some of you.
So Doug's a little different. We're clearly engaging the customer on the level that they want to be engaged on. We know that this is a spoof, that we're kind of having fun with this, and we're running with it. And we knew that the value that we were going to derive, or that the value that customers are going to derive from this series, is entertainment. Right? Entertainment and humor is hard to do, but if done well, it really, really works. Okay? So over the course of 50 videos, you've got Doug and John on their adventures. Doug always doing lots of unexpected things. But bottom line is, we needed to build purchase consideration and awareness of the new Focus. And we needed to talk about some of the unique features of the new Focus. You heard John there in passing talk about the car being able to parallel park itself. We wanted to do other videos that would bring out some of those product features without being like overly scientific about what those features are, but to weave it into the spirit of what Doug and John are all about. So here's an example of how we brought one of those to life.
I think that went really well.
Oh, I think too. I mean, I think it went well in the sense of, well, that was lame.
What are you talking about? People love the car. People, for whatever reason, seem to think we have some chemistry.
Well, I think what people thought was, why is that one guy trying to overshadow that other guy?
How am I going to overshadow you? You're orange.
Actually, that's what I'm saying. Why don't you try?
I'm not trying. We're a team here, and I'm trying to...
You are trying. You're trying. You're trying your patience. You know what? I'm done talking to you as a person, and now I'm going to use my finger to text you. To communicate with you through sync.
This is ridiculous.
And second.
Please say that.
Listen to text.
This is how it's going to be.
This is how it's going to be. You're just going to sit here texting me. You know what I'm saying to you? But I'm going to say it out loud. I say LOL. I am rolling on the floor laughing. I'm ROFL.
Please say that.
Listen to text.
You're a sad little man living in a sadness cave.
Sad little man. You know what? Guess where you don't want to go? You don't want to go into the hype thing. You orange hobbit.
Please say that.
Listen to text.
Your mom likes hobbits.
So now what you would typically expect to see from a Ford commercial. The point here is that it got views. Why? Because it was entertaining. 4,000 views of that content. Doug himself had a Facebook page and a Twitter account where he was bantering with people. He had over 44,000 fans by the time the campaign was over, which was more than the vehicle against which the Focus was competing. Doug, the puppet, had more fans than the vehicle. We saw a 77% rise in favorable opinion and 61% increase in purchase consideration, specifically because of Doug. So there's Doug on Twitter. We usually don't create campaign-specific social accounts because we like things to live on. But in this case, we made an exception because Doug himself was a personality and we needed the flexibility for him to actually get in there and engage with people, and it worked. It really worked. Doug on Facebook, wow, the old Facebook layout. Anybody remember that? That's from the past. But the lesson here is that people engage with personalities, not with product features. Right? That's how you engage and get their interest going around personality-based stuff. And again, who do I trust? Someone like me. Now, not that Doug is somebody like you. I don't know too many people that are walking around looking like that. But the spirit of Doug and the stuff that he personifies is kind of like that zany friend that you maybe hung out with in high school or that you knew in college or that you always wish you could be. Doug doesn't care. He just lets his freak flag fly, as he said in one of the videos. So, we had a brief campaign at the end of last year called Escape My Life. We wanted to bring the escape to a new audience. And again, same kind of thing, much shorter video series, 8 videos, chronicling the life of Skylar, a fictional Hollywood production assistant who did a deal with Ford and got a free escape while she was on a certain movie set. But what she didn't know was that the escape came with its own product specialist, an annoying guy from Detroit, not me, a guy named Barry, who was actually in the back of the escape. And he kind of shadowed her throughout her life and was completely annoying, but at the same time was chauffeuring her around and showing her how to use the new escape. So we got to see product features come to life through that as well. We had a branded YouTube channel that focused just on that effort. It was called Escape My Life, or EML. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the popular culture phrase FML. That's something else in my life, but we were kind of playing on that. And, you know, again, kind of reaching a new demographic. Fast Company and Paste Magazine both said that this was one of the most innovative web video series of the entire year, 2012. We teamed up with, obviously, some powerhouses to help drive some attention there, but we were very specific about it. Glam Media, AOL, MSN. We looked at the target demographic that we were trying to reach, which in this case was a little more female than male, and tried to target sites that would actually resonate with them. We also used Tumblr for the first time. Tumblr is a really simple and straightforward blogging platform that allows people to reshare content really easily, so you can get stuff spread around really quickly. At the beginning of the year, the team said, we need to do something on Tumblr. And I said, let's not chase platforms for the sake of chasing platforms. Let's make sure we have a good reason to be there. So they came up with a blog that this geek, Barry, who came with the escape, wrote. It's kind of a behind-the-scenes approach. So it gave people another peek into what was going on Sensei Barry's blog. And this one piece of content, he sketched out something to do with zombies. And if you know what's going on with AMC, with Walking Dead, and the whole, I can't believe I'm going to say this, zombie subculture on the internet. There's a whole bunch of people out there that love zombies online. This is content that resonates. And we put some paid media against that. We got 12 million views on this single piece of content. Because people love zombies. 1.5 million people visited the hub. We saw an increase in favorable opinion there of the escape. And ultimately, the lesson there is to embrace the platforms that your audience uses. Now, again, we weren't really interested in Tumblr at the beginning of the year, but we thought it would be a really interesting way to highlight the additional content. I'm going to try and speed through the rest of this because I know we're running a little behind. Random acts of fusion, big Ryan Seacrest and Joel McHale and Kate McCucci to help us with this documentary, so to speak, where we were going across America to surprise people with things big and small, random acts of fusion. You could actually appear in the documentary with Ryan Seacrest, or maybe you got a gift basket from us. The point was, you didn't know when it was going to happen or where. It was happening across a variety of platforms. The challenge is, and I'm having trouble just encapsulating the entire campaign in a thumbnail to you guys, is that it was really complex. But we did see 12 million views of just some 50 videos. We doubled our Facebook fan count. We got almost 80,000 people register to say, I want more when this fusion comes to market. And the interesting point here is that the assumption is that short-form content works. Your videos have to be short. We tell everybody, keep your YouTube videos really short. Nobody wants to spend a long time with videos. Well, that was disproved this time around. We saw that when it's a good story and good content, people would spend 4 times as long on that content as they normally would. At the end of one of the campaign, we wanted to do an event where we brought everybody together at local dealerships. And Henry Ford, in his original vision for Ford Motor Company, had this notion of opening the highways to all mankind. That he would make personal mobility available and affordable to anybody who wanted it. The really cool thing is that we're still executing on Henry's vision today. Only we're doing affordable fuel economy and affordable technology in our vehicles. Right? But one point of Henry's manifesto here is that Ford actually stands for service to mankind. Henry famously said that a business that makes only money is a poor business. And he believed in giving back to communities where Ford was. You think about your role in your own community and how important your dealership is, or how you, individuals of your dealership are in that community. And we use this as an opportunity at the end of the Go Further campaign, or at the end of the Random Acts of Fusion campaign, to go further, as our global brand promise says. At about 2,000 dealerships around the United States, we had an evening dedicated to going further. And for every check-in at the dealership on Facebook or Foursquare, we would put a sum towards charity, so that by the end of the evening we had, like $1.5 million worth of charitable donations. But the thing is, these weren't all lumped into one and then turned over to the Red Cross or the United Way. All of that money stayed local. So the impact that people were having on their own communities was felt directly, and we tied it to the local level. The other thing that we learned from this program is that it wasn't as universally recognized as some of our earlier programs. It was complex. We didn't take the steps that we took to go through some of the things that we had talked about before. So simple is better. Right? If you can't describe it in the elevator speech, in less than 30 seconds or so, don't bother. We knew that people wanted to be part of something bigger than themselves. That's that Go Further event. That notion that Henry had of giving back to society. We need to remember our own lessons. We didn't eat our own dog food when it came to this program. We didn't integrate paid, earned, and owned. And it hurt us. We saw a difference in the performance of the campaign. Just quickly, we wrapped that up and kind of went into phase 2 of Random Acts with a program called Back